Okay, so here, I have them on the screen. Yeah, alright, so this is the first one, right?
Yeah, that is for at least one ace.
Okay, so we're doing 1,000,000 simulations here.
Yep.
And then I put the results in a table, and the results are just, I do a random sample of the numbers, the integers 1 to 52, and I pick 13 of them. We're pretending the aces are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And then we just take the length of the set of 1, 2, 3, 4 in the range we selected. And so a lot of times we're going to get 0. Sometimes we're going to get 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here's what we see as a histogram.
Yeah. So a lot of the time we get.
So actually, I didn't put out the number of times we're getting 0. So we have about 300,000 roughly. Out of 1,000,000 we got 0, but I did print out the number of times we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's look at that. So we got exactly 1, 438,000 times, exactly 2, 213,000 times, exactly 3, 41,000 times, and exactly 4, 2,617 times. And we can see that our simulation results match the
Pretty close.
Expected probability. About 37% of the time when you had an ace, you had more than one, and we're expecting it to be exactly 36.96, so we're really close. But the important numbers I want you to focus on are about 438,000 times we had an ace, 213,000 times we had 2, 41,000 times we had 3, and 2,617 times we had 4. And now we ran the same simulation below, but the initial question started with, do you have the ace of spades, which we called the number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So first we checked, did you have the number 1? And then if you did, how many aces did you have? Okay. And so this is what the simulation looked like. Now, so now you can see that, I'm too far away. What's that number?
750,000.
About 750,000 times you didn't have the ace of spades. But now I want to go back up here and ask you what you expect. So here are the number of times in the original simulations where you had exactly 1 ace, exactly 2, exactly 3, exactly 4. So when I ask down below for the ace of spades specifically, how many times do you think we're going to see that?
Probably a quarter of them, so close to 100,000.
Oh, you can do better than that. A quarter of 438,000.
110,000.
Right, around 110. Okay. A more difficult question, slightly, is how often do you think we're going to have 2?
Well, 2 aces. Is that just 1/5 of the time? Because we were doing 1,000,000 simulations, right?
Yeah. So in the first time when I asked the question, do you have an ace? And the answer was yes. About 213,000 times you had 2. So now when I go down below and do 1,000,000 simulations down below, and I ask, the first question is, do you have the ace of spades? So how many do you expect now to get?
Well, I mean, your denominator on that fraction will be a lot lower.
Well, there's no fraction. This is just purely counting the number of times we had 2 aces. 213,000.
So
Is this confusing?
this is a little confusing.
Okay, great. Let's pause here. We'll just go to the next video so we can kind of go back to the beginning on this.
All right.
All right. I'm just going to start and then restop, or stop and restart. I mean.